Soul Peeps, Angel of the Dawn, back with another general collective message. Um, Hope everybody's surviving these energies. They've been intense. I feel like I start every video saying that, but they are. They have been. Kind of had me down for the count. Very introspective. Working through some old thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, like from childhood. Just a lot of things coming up to be purged and healed. Really, I feel like kind of it, it's like like a heat-seeking arrow or something that's trying to find the way to our heart, peeling back all these layers as it comes through of things that no longer serve us, and then getting to the heart of the matter. And it's been crazy, it's been intense. So I hope all of you guys are doing well out there. You guys know me, I don't do videos when those intense energies are like that, because I want my energy to be as high as possible to send out with you to you guys. I never want to add to any negative collective energies. So I try to make sure that I don't send my energy out there to the masses unless it's high vibe. So all that being said, shout out to all of my new and existing subscribers. Thank you guys all so much for being here. You guys rock, and I love each and every one of you guys. The love and support that I get from you guys is amazing. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and see what's going on, or tap into the collective energies. We already know basically what's going on, but let's see if we can find out what's coming up, or what all of this energy is, revealing, because I feel like we're in a big, it's like this is the big reveal. So we'll start with the tarot, guys. Okay, so this is good. This looks good. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let me get a good assessment of all this here. See what we actually got going on. 1, 2, 3, 6. That's 10 of cups. Yeah, this is, okay, this is collectively taking control of yourself and situations, thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, realizing why you haven't been getting what you want, why relationships haven't been working out the way that you wanted to, and that why you weren't getting what you wanted out of those said relationships. And it's all due to not having enough self-love. It all comes back to being self-loving. I do feel like there is forward movement, and I feel like there could be some pain and worry with this forward movement. I do feel like it is going to help bring in that balance in the emotions, where I feel like they've been out of balance. Um, yeah, definitely transformative time. Um, could be moving forward quickly. I feel like with this, um, like with the shedding of some of this energy, this is like lighting the way to move forward quickly towards your true passions, um, like soul mission, life purpose. Yeah, this is also learning that you are whole and complete on your own, and this is establishing boundaries, um, stepping away from anything that doesn't feel good. Yeah, if it doesn't feel good, you're getting out of it. And I even that goes back to your own thoughts, feelings, and beliefs and emotions. You are you're literally taking a uh, damn it, the word just totally. I literally seen it and then it was gone. Um, well, direct approach. That's not what I was thinking, but that's what's gonna have to go. Uh, taking a more direct intent approach. Gosh, I just totally went blank. Okay, so anyways, moving on from that. Let's go ahead and get into the cards for the collective. I do feel like these energies, like once we really um, once we get past some of this deep, heavy energy of the release, once that's gone and we have that light feeling of, not having those heavy burdens anymore, it's really going to open up our creativity. It's really going to give us a sense of purpose and drive. It is literally, I feel like this is totally, and I got goosebumps just now. This is creating new worlds. Like Abraham Hicks always says, creating worlds. This is definitely the power, the intention, and the drive with the clarity to create your own new world. What it is that you want to manifest, what it is you want to live, what you want to apply yourself to. I'm also seeing that when it comes to relationships, this is realizing that for most of us as a collective, we've given too much of ourselves away without reciprocal intentions, thoughts, and feelings. We're not getting the same in return as we're putting out. Um, and in my opinion, relationships of any kind is an energy exchange, and it should be an equal energy exchange. Got the King of Wands in reverse down here. We've got him here in the upright, so we'll see what that means in a second. We've got the Hanged Man, the Page of Pentacles here, the Strength in reverse. And you guys, I have to tell you, I've done videos like every day. They just don't get out to you guys, and it's for a multitude of different reasons. usually. I mean, it can be any silly reason or an important reason, but I've been doing videos every day, so some of this energy is stuff I've seen over the last few days. Um, some of these cards are some of the same, but there is progress, there is transition. Okay, so the King of Wands here, this is, the King of Wands up here, I felt like that was um, really figuring out what you're passionate about and, really going for it with no apologies. It's like, this is what makes me happy, and I'm sorry if it doesn't make you happy, but this is what I got to do for myself type of thing. This King of Wands here in reverse, I feel like that's not letting anybody come up against that. Not letting anybody, regardless of who they are to you, whether it be a parent or, even bosses, but I don't feel like boss would be so much, because when you're doing what you want, chances are you probably don't have a boss. And if you do, I feel like they would be more on board with what you're already doing, because if you have a boss and you're doing what you love, then you're probably in a field where other people feel the same way that you do in, if you're doing what you love and you have a boss, if that makes sense. So I feel like this is just not letting, like, a husband, a father, I mean, this could be a mother too, it is a king, but it could be anybody, male or female, that kind of nobody's superior than anybody else, but if you feel like somebody is superior in some way, or if somebody tries to take on a superior role in your life, this is not letting anybody get in between you and your heart, you and your mission, you and your purpose. And then with all these pentacles coming in over here, this is, usually I see this Four of Pentacles almost as like a negative thing, because I feel like he's holding on to things entirely too tightly. But I feel like this is, because we've got the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and then the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like this is, with the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, we are realizing collectively, but on an individual level, what we want. And this is one of the cards that has come out. I want to say it was last night when I did a reading. And I get the same feeling from it. And that's actually what made me think of, that I was doing videos over the last couple of days. Is this page to me seems like really, like, even though he's looking outside at, like, looking at that. Gosh, you guys can't see that. Anyways, even though he's looking at that externally, I'm still getting the image of that being a representation of looking at ourselves and realizing what makes us stable, what makes us solid, what makes us unshakable, unstoppable, like our drive, our passion. Like, I feel like this is just figuring out who we are and that who we are is better than good enough, and to hold on to that thought, feeling, and belief. Now we also have the Hanged Man in reverse and the Strength card in reverse. I feel like this is coming to the conclusion that even though, goodness, this has been hard, like all of this, the deeper we dive within ourselves and the more layers that we go through, the more strength, the internal strength that it takes. And I feel like a lot of us has felt like we just can't take it anymore, we can't go on. But I feel like this is making the conscious decision to find that strength, even if we don't feel like we have it, to know that we do. We just have to dig a little deeper, and that it will come, because, and also that it is going to take a lot more strength, to finish this process. Let's see, we've got the Five of Cups and the Knight of Cups. This is working through more of those relationship uh, issues internally, like um, picking through them, pulling them apart, and you know, really taking a good look at why things didn't work out, and where you didn't have self love, and like how a lack of self love may have contributed to any issues that may have been in the relationship. And again, I feel like we've got the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups here. Uh, this is definitely figuring out what you want in love, what you deserve in love, and learning to love yourself first, and then be able to give that out to others. Whoa, okay. Ten of Cups in reverse. And I feel like this is also got the Ten of Cups in reverse twice. So I feel like this is also not actively seeking love externally. This is more of finding the self love within yourself, and then letting your energetic signature draw in that love. Yeah, because then we have the Two of Cups. I feel like this is also kind of a, excuse me, goodness sakes, like a whatever is meant to be will be type of situation. And also, I'm also getting the vibe of, um, like, you don't have to, like, okay, say if you're single and you know, you don't want to be alone anymore necessarily. So you decide you want a relationship. Don't seek out, don't go looking for the perfect relationship. Just kind of see how things go. Kind of test the waters. And also, I'm getting like Two of Cups versus Ten of Cups is just don't make it heavy. You know, don't expect every person you meet to be your soulmate or your twin flame, or even a life partner. You know, maybe you're just meant to date for a couple of months, you know, and that's all it is. And that's fine, you know, and I think it's that. It's like realizing that when we love ourselves, any relationship we enter into is going to be good for us in some way, as long as we don't put too much emphasis on what it is supposed to be. So if that makes sense. And then we've got Temperance here, and so that's bringing balance after I feel like a period of, like I was saying, imbalance earlier. I feel like that's the universe also, like stepping in, and you know, with all these energy shifts and energy waves and all these things that are wreaking havoc on our life to make it better. And so that's like the universe standing there loud and proud saying, yep, this is what I'm doing. I'm making it right. Like it or not. And we've got the King of Pentacles in reverse. Now we've got the Queen of Pentacles, so that could be divine counterparts, but in this situation and being a collective, I don't feel like it. I feel like this is realizing that you can be solid on your own, that you do not have to be in relationship to be whole and complete. And two, I'm feeling like this is, you know, the need to be solid and stable, financially stable, but not to be like greedy or be on the up and up with your money, and not be greedy or hoard your money or anything like that. Be giving and things like that, and don't do anything like in a shady, underhanded manner. We've got the King of Cups and the Star. So we have the King of Cups over here. I feel like that is still like really being in control of your emotions, your feelings, ascending to a higher level. Yeah, we've got the Six of Wands as the overall. So this is victory. This is a win, and sometimes it don't always feel like a win when this energy is so heavy and we're not seeing the results. I do have 12 cards here, don't I? 3, 6, 9. Oh yeah, I got more than 12. Okay. So this is a win. This is forward movement. This is starting to really solidify where we are at individually and as a collective in all 4 areas of our lives, like the mental, the physical, the spiritual, the emotional. We're really taking stock and really doing inventory. We're really taking inventory of, and I feel like, again, we don't have a lot of swords, air energy, thought process. So I feel like this is kind of like it's a natural phenomenon. Just like, these energies are coming in. We're not making these energies come in. On the contrary, they're kind of making us do all this introspection and all this change. And, I guess it could be conscious or a choice. I haven't felt like it was a choice. I mean, changing my thoughts, feelings, and beliefs has been the choice, but the catalyst for it, the energies, has not been a choice. So if all that makes sense, hallelujah. I am missing doing my lives, but there's something different about being on camera. I love the being on camera. I feel like I'm more in the room with you guys when I'm on camera, but there's something more draining about being on camera, and I'm not quite sure. So I may do a live later and just do it like this, and I may do a live later and be on camera. I don't know. It just, the energy, it's like, it's not the energy when I'm doing it. The energy when I'm doing it's fine, but then afterwards sometimes it kicks my ass. So get a couple of chakra cards. Impatience. Service is in reverse. So there could be some I feel like there could be a sense of, like, I've been doing the right thing, I've been being of service to others, and putting myself out there in some way, whether that's like volunteering or something like that, and maybe not seeing like a positive impact come from that, although most times, when you're of service, just the service itself is the reward. But I feel like there's some type of sense of things aren't happening yet, what I'm putting out. And it could be that you're not moving in a service to others oriented thought process. But whatever that is, there's an end to it. So, like, if you've not been seeing results to something you've been investing in, that's coming to a completion. If you haven't been doing what you're being guided to do, like putting yourself out there in some way, I feel like that's coming to an end. You will be putting yourself out there in some way. And impatience, I really feel like that's, most of us are impatient, just like, I think just by a birthright or something. And it will lead to abundance. Abundance will come in. Be patient, have patience. Things are really, cycles are coming to a completion. This also could be things that are not serving you going away, because that was kind of the premise of the reading in the beginning, was anything that wasn't serving you is being sloughed off, being let go, being healed. And so this whole little, all of these chakra cards could be saying that, yes, it's been difficult, and you're not seeing the results quite yet from all of the crap you've been going through. But once all of these things that no longer serve you are gone, and this cycle is completed, this cycle here, abundance will come in. And then trickery in reverse is the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is it's kind of like not being able to fool ourselves, not being able to fool others, others not being able to fool us. Like people that, what am I trying to say here? Well, it's just, you can't pull the wool over anyone's eyes anymore, or it's way more difficult. And it's, we're coming into a time where that's not going to be the want to or the norm, or like the go to, because I feel like we've been in a time that it's like we got to get them before they get us, or just clashing all the time. At war, everything was at war, and I feel like this is coming out of a time of deception and trickery, for that to be a norm. We're coming out of that time. We're getting out of that. And so, and also, that's funny because I was just now thinking too that this is not being fooled and stuck in the matrix. This is seeing through, like, the veil and the matrix and all of the bullshit that we've been told, all the lies that we've been fed. So yeah. Okay, so this is what I've got for the collective. I feel like this is the energy that, we kind of, we're in, but we're also moving through. There is a sense of really taking control of who we are, what we want, and where we're going, and what is our purpose. Like, why are we here as individuals and as a collective? Like, what are we supposed to do individually to help this collective process move forward, So that's what I've got. I love you guys. If you guys enjoy these videos, please like, share, subscribe, comment. All of that helps my channel and gets my videos circulated. And since there's tons of YouTube videos, every little bit helps. And I super appreciate it. If you guys are interested in private readings, soul coaching, or any of the services that I offer, all of that information is in the description box below. I am doing the May special for the reading that looks like this. The information for that is in the description box below. $15 for recorded and $25 for live. And yeah, if you guys are interested in doing an energy exchange donation, That information is also in the description box below. And sending you guys so much love. This is Angel of the Dawn. Same peace, love, and light out. Until next time.